Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of October 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I will close out your reading, Capricorn, with a Halloween Oracle card. Yes, it's that time of the year. My favorite time of year. I love all things fall. Before we get started, I do have two quick announcements. A lot of you have been reaching out to me, telling me that you're starting your own business. That's very exciting. And some of you ask, like, how do you know when it's time to leave your job? Like, how do you know when you're prepared to just go into your business full time? And I have created a checklist, and it is the 6 things you need to know before you quit your job, before you go into business full time. Now, this checklist is free. It's available to anybody who wants it. I will have a link down below, but it breaks down the 6 most important things you need to have in place before you leave your job, so you can, make that transition very confidently and without any issues. The other announcement I have is a lot of you have been reaching out to me for private readings. If you did not know, I am taking a break from private readings probably until January of 2022. But I have partnered with Keen.com. I have worked with Keen going on 3 years now, and they have a coupon where you get 10 minutes for $1.99 if you are a brand new customer. And Keen is one of the largest online psychic networks in the world today. I have quite a few friends who are readers on Keen, so I know the validity of what they do. And if you are interested in that, I will also have a link down below so you can check it out and see what it's all about. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. Let's see. Wow. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2021. All right, Capricorn, so your month is going to start off good. But the thing is from what I can see here, it looks like there's a decision holding things up. You're procrastinating on a decision that's holding things up. And in more than one way, it's holding things up. And I know that sounds vague, so let me go ahead and start at the beginning. We got the Fool card here. Now, I like the Fool card because it tells me that someone's just taking bold steps. They're just kind of moving in almost blind faith. But you're starting something new, or you're looking to start something new. You may not have all the answers or all the details, but you just need to do something different, even though you're not necessarily clear about what that different is. Now, because we're talking about money here, you have to make sure that you're in a position to do something different, right? We don't just kind of jump ship from something without having some type of a support system in place, whether that be financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or all of the above. So I see your desire to do something different. Now, for a lot of you, I'm feeling like this could be work. I mentioned before, so many of you are starting businesses now, and I think it's an excellent time to do so. But you may not have all the pieces in place. You're trying to put it together, you're trying to figure it out, and you still have the responsibilities of your job or your family or whatever. So the Fool tells us that we're making moves. They may not necessarily be that structured, but we're doing what we can with what we got. Now, the Sun card is a very good card. You're getting some positive feedback from that decision, right? Whatever you're doing, whatever it is that you want to do differently, you're getting some good positive reinforcement that you're doing the right thing. However, the Sun in the reverse tells me that it's not as good as it could be. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but it's not as good as it could be. Why? Because you're procrastinating on a decision. That's what this Two of Swords is about. The Two of Swords means you're not deciding on something. So if you're looking to quit your job and start a business, then you've got to start making a plan. You've got to start solidifying that decision. If you're looking to move or change careers, do you have the things in place to do that? I'm not saying this is going to be easy, but you've got to do something. Do you want to write a book? Do you want to create a product? Do you want to start creating a service for people? Deciding is one thing, but at the same time, there's multiple layers to that decision. And because you're not fully committed to the decision, that's what's holding things up. You're not allowing money and opportunity to flow to you because you haven't quite decided and made it, you haven't confirmed it within yourself. I'll say it that way. Now here's where things get a little squirrely. We have the Five of Wands. This is strained communication. Could that be why things are being held up? Why you're not making a decision? Could it be that you're communicating with your family or coworkers and they're not on board? Or maybe you just don't get along with people, or people don't see your vision. That could be, Capricorn. That could be. Next, we have the Queen of Swords. I've been getting her in almost every sign's reading this month, and she's a very salty person. I'm not picking up that it's the energy of this card. I'm picking up that the Queen of Swords is a difficult female that you have to deal with in order to kind of get the money that you need to get. This could be a difficult coworker. It could be a difficult client or customer. Could be someone who's just difficult to deal with, at work, like a colleague or something. I don't know. But there's somebody here that's difficult to deal with. But the thing is if you can allow her to kind of do her thing and not react to it personally, there's going to be a financial blessing there for you. Okay. So if you have the nasty customer and you just let her rant, maybe at the end she writes you a glowing letter and you win some money. I don't know. But the thing is let this person kind of blow their steam and understand that by you not snapping back or clapping back at that person, there's going to be a financial reward for you. Okay. I've been seeing this a lot. Okay. I've been seeing that a lot. Finally, we have the Two of Cups. This is a divine disconnection, a divine separation from something. Because we're talking about money, I have a feeling that some of you are going to make the decision to probably leave your jobs, maybe to leave a business, maybe to leave a partnership that no longer serves you or costs you way more than what you think it's worth. It's a graceful stepping away of something. And again, because we're talking about money, I feel like this is something work, business, investment related. All right, Capricorn, let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, abundance for the month of October 2021. All right, so as we move into the second week of October, Capricorn, we've got the Hierophant here. Now, the Hierophant in the reverse is really you kind of going against the grain here. And when I say that, I mean it's almost like you're kind of going against what everyone expects you to do. Sometimes that has a religious connection to it, but I'm not feeling that here. It's almost like you're kind of stepping away from the routine, so to speak, and now you're just kind of doing something different. You're doing something totally rogue and something totally out of character. And but the thing is you feel that it's the right thing to do. I see this happen a lot when people kind of get fed up. They either get fed up with their job or they get fed up with You know, their government, or they get fed up with their relationship. And so they just kind of do something that's totally out of character. That's what I'm picking up with this here. Now, that's not always a bad thing. I mean, it may be a bad thing for the people around you because they're not expecting it. But for you individually, sometimes this is what causes the breakthroughs. Sometimes this is the thing that really pivots your life in the direction that you've always wanted it to go. So I see that happening here, where you kind of stepping out of character a little bit. But next we have the Ten of Cups, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. So it may, you know, people may interpret it a little bit weird, but the thing is that's exactly what needs to happen for you. And there's definitely some blessings here. This is happiness, joy, contentment. This is you breaking free of any type of limitations that you probably thought existed on your life. It's almost like you kind of come to a spiritual awakening. It's like you're so happy. Excuse me, you're doing the right things and you're making the money because of it. Now, I'm feeling like this is more feeling reward, like you're going to feel internally rewarded. But because, again, we're talking about money and finances, I would be surprised if you don't get some type of a financial kickback as a result of this. And I don't use that in a negative way. When I say a financial kickback, I mean a financial result of you kind of breaking free and stepping outside of character for a little bit. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse tells me you're having a hard time finding somebody to do some work on something. Maybe you need to hire somebody to fix your car. Maybe you need to hire somebody to do some repairs. And you're not finding the right person for the job, okay? Keep looking because he or she is out there. You just have to be patient. Next, we got the Two of Pentacles. This is the card about budgeting. When he's in the upright position, that means that you've got a good grasp on your budget. You've got a good grasp on your finances. You're doing what needs to be done. You're diligently saving. You're, you know, paying off debt. You are, you know, investing to the best of your ability. So things are good. Just keep doing that. Sometimes doing the right thing is very, very boring. But again, there's always a reward tied to that. We may not see it today. We may not see it tomorrow. But give it some time. It will pay off. Next, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. This is the no regrets card. Doing what you're going to do, and you have no regrets. Now, it fell onto this salty lady here. So I have a feeling, you know, maybe you regretted having to deal with her. But the thing is like there's no regrets in the end. There's no regrets. Like, it may not feel right at first because, you know, she's very difficult. But then, you know, you have no regrets. You're like, you know, I learned from this. I got a bonus. I don't know. You know, I got the sale. It's one of those things where, you know, you don't feel good about it at first, but when it's done, you're like, you know, I have no regrets that, you know, I did what I did, or I said what I said, you know. So it's one of those things about just feeling confident in your decisions. All right, Capricorn. Ooh, got a repeater there. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? Wow, I got a lot of cards here. For the month of October 2021. All right, so Capricorn, first half of the month is good. Second half of the month I can see is going to be great. I hope you're ready because things are coming together very nicely for you. Once we hit the second half of October, we got the King of Wands. That means somebody's got their eye on you. Somebody wants to work with you. Somebody wants to hire you. I always see this card when, like, the higher ups are paying attention to you. And it's not in a negative way. It's in a very, very good way. It's like they're noticing you. They're impressed with your skills. They think that you're on top of your game. That's very, very good. Again, there's going to be a financial connection. That's why I think it's probably something that's happening at work. If you don't have a job, you're still attracting attention in some way, which is good. Like I said, somebody wants to buy something from you. Somebody wants to, give you money for something. It's definitely all good. Now we got the Two of Cups here. We had the Two of Cups here. This time it's in the upright position. That is a divine connection. This is a gracious coming together. Again, this could be somebody in a personal relationship, but I'm feeling more like this is a professional relationship. It's like you find the right person for the job, maybe. That may be after this here, or you just kind of work with the right person and you feel like this is truly a soul match. And it doesn't have to be romantic, but maybe you find the right realtor, maybe you find the right client. It could be anything, maybe the right vendor. It's just, it's just a really good coming together. And again, it's going to be something mutually beneficial for both parties, right? So there's financial reward, but there's more than just that. Next, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups means somebody from your past wants to reconnect with you, and it's going to be a very beautiful, positive reconnection. Again, because we're talking about money, I do feel like it's going to be mutually beneficial, not only financially, but also emotionally. Next, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Love seeing that card in reverse because it means you're no longer feeling discouraged, Capricorn. You're feeling encouraged. You're feeling motivated. You're feeling disciplined to do the things that need to be done in order to get you to where you want to go. Next, we have the Star card, another positive card. This is why I say the second half of the month is going to be all good. The Star card is literally you being the star of the show. The star is shining on you. It's all good. Whatever aspect of finances you need some light or some stardust, it's definitely going to happen. The other thing about the Star card in the upright position is that is a health and vitality card. So for those of you who may be, dealing with some illnesses or dealing with some, body things, the Star card tells us that there is wellness and healing on the horizon. Again, it is a very vibrant card where it's just a clean, clear, and bright card, so to speak. It's just a really good healing, recovery, rejuvenation card. Finally, we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords in the reverse tells me that the timing of something is not going to pan out how you expected it to. Capricorn, doesn't mean something's not coming. It just means there's probably going to be a delay for something. So if there is something you're waiting for with the financial tie to it, understand that probably in the second half of the month there could be some delays or some holdups. All right, next we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. Even if it's in the reverse, it's still all good. The Nine of Cups means that your wish is coming true. Your wish is coming to you. It's just taking a little bit longer. Maybe it's in a little bit of a lesser form. Maybe, you don't win the lottery, but maybe you win the raffle at your church. I don't know. But, the Nine of Cups means that whatever you're wishing for, it is starting to show up. You're starting to see little signs and synchronicities about what you want coming forth. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, remember, the Queen of Pentacles is a very conservative spender. When I see her in the reverse, sometimes that's a warning to not take unnecessary risk financially. So pay attention to your investments, right? Pay attention to what opportunities are showing up, because you don't want to overextend yourself in any way, but especially financially. We have to be very, very meticulous and very, very mindful and very, very guarded with how we are investing our money right now, okay? And that's what I'm getting from this card here. All right, Capricorn, so let's see. I've got a few more spaces here, and we're going to see what else shows up for you as we close out October. Interesting, that's a repeater. A communication card. Okay. All right, Capricorn, as we close out October, communication Looks like that's still going to be kind of a sticky point for the month of October, right? Not because you're doing or saying anything wrong, but sometimes people are just on a whole different vibe, right? And no matter what you say or what you don't say, you two are never going to really connect, okay? So understand that there's probably going to be some frustration as it relates to your conversations this month, and do the best do the best you can to get everything documented so it doesn't turn into a he said she said type of situation. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is money coming from multiple efforts, also money coming from multiple sources. This is also the collaboration and group work card. But my favorite aspect of this card is that this means multiple sources of income. So don't be surprised if you get money coming in from a variety of sources towards the end of the month. Also, if you have an opportunity to do some type of group work, that would be an ideal thing to do because it will pay off. The other thing is for those of you who, do collaborate with brands or companies, looks like there's going to be an opportunity to do that as well. Next, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups in the reverse means something falls short of your expectations. I've been seeing this card a lot in the readings this month as well. Something that you had your heart set on just doesn't quite hit the mark for you. And it's not because you did anything wrong, but sometimes that's just the way things are, right? So it could be a job, could be a business, could be an opportunity, could be maybe someone promised you something and you had high hopes and you thought it was everything. And then when you actually get the thing, you're like, oh, this is a little disappointing. That's what I'm picking up from that. Finally, we have the Six of Wands. This is attention, either unwanted attention, or it's you not getting the attention and recognition you deserve. A lot of times this happens in the workplace, someone taking credit for something that they didn't do. Or maybe you won an award and now you're like the big celebrity of the company and that's just not your personality. You just didn't want that, right? Either way, it's one of those things that you're just going to have to kind of embrace and work through. If it is you not getting the attention that you deserve, sometimes you have to be okay with that. And I say that because I've been in that position. And it's one of those things where you just have to kind of let things play out and understand that you will be rewarded for your contribution in some way, shape, or form. It might not be this day, it might not be this particular manager or company, but you have to trust that you will get your reward in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And if it's the unwanted attention aspect, maybe it's just time for you to kind of embrace it. I'm not saying you have to be somebody you're not, but sometimes there's perks with that type of attention, when everyone, sees what you're doing and they love you for who you are. Enjoy it to the best of your ability. So I'm sorry. I said Gemini, but I don't know, maybe there's Gemini involved with this card here. But Capricorn, you have a very, I want to say it's a positive month, but it's progressively positive, right? Because things are really, really good here in the first half, and then they just get kind of better in the second half. So that's what I'm going to say, Capricorn. Your month is progressively better. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading, Capricorn, with a Halloween Oracle card. Ooh. Now this is Ghost, and it says regret. Now I had the card of regret here, but it's in reverse, which tells me there are no regrets. But I don't know. That could resonate for some of you, depending on how things play out throughout the month. But I don't feel that you're going to be regretting anything. But again, Capricorn, only you know. Only you know for you. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm curious to see what you all think. All right, Capricorn, I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much, and we'll do it all again next month.